Hello students, I'm going to give you an example how to solve real-world subtraction problems. We'll go over all the important steps that you need to take while solving a real-world problem. So let's go ahead. I'm going to read the steps to you now. Well, the first step is that you need to read the problem. Make sure you read the problem once or maybe twice if you do not understand. The second step is you are to underline the important information. When I say important information, it means the important numbers. So the main thing is what have been given to you or what do you know. And the third step is circle the question. That means circle what do you need to find out. Ask yourself, what do I need to find out in the given problem? Then the fourth step includes drawing the picture. You will draw the picture that explains the number story. Then the fifth step is show how did you solve the problem. You will show how did you subtract. You will show your work. How did you regroup the subtraction problem? And then lastly, the step 6 is that you have to write the answer sentence. So let's go ahead. Our first step is you are to read the problem. So let's read it. David's book has 345 pages. He reads 231 pages of the book. How many pages does he have left to read? So I think while I'm reading, I think I know all the words and I have understood the problem. So remember, if you do not understand the problem, you may read again. Now let's go on to the next step. This is the step 2. It says underline the important information. So you are to underline the numbers that are given to you and who. Who is also a very important part. Who is involved in the number story. So let's read. David's book has 345 pages. So I have underlined David and I have also underlined 345 pages. Then he reads, I have underlined the word reads because this is something that's happening in the story. He reads 231 pages of the book. How many pages does he have left to read? So these are the important information and the words. Apart from that, the word left is also important, but you can cover this vocabulary when we are circling the question. So let's go on to step 3. Now it says circle the question. That means what do you need to find? Well, I need to find how many pages. So I have circled it and I have also circled the word left. How many are left? And that's why I have made an arrow here and because this represents the question. Now, before we move on to the step 4, which says draw the picture, one of the most important things is that you need to find out what do you mean by whole and what do you mean by part. So, well, let's review once again. We all know subtraction means taking away from the whole to find the other part. So when we say David's book has 345 pages, that means it's telling us that the total number of pages are 345. Now, out of 345, David has already read 231 pages. That means this is one of the parts. Now, when we say what's the other part would be something that we need to find. So we know we have the total and we have one of the parts. Now, we can move on to the next step, that is draw the picture. So this is the book, and I have written that in this book the total number of pages are 345. And David has already, he reads 231 pages. We move this. He reads 231 pages. So we know the total. The total is 345. And we also know one of the parts, which is 231. And we need to find the other part by subtracting these two numbers. So you can easily draw the picture of the number story. And then comes the next step. Our next step is about show how did you solve the problem. So you may use digital paste and blocks to solve the subtraction problem. So this is the problem that we have right now in front of us. We have these two numbers, 345 minus 231. We need to subtract these two numbers. So I have made sure that the greater number comes on the top and the smaller number comes below it. Now, let's solve this problem. This problem does not require any regrouping in terms of ones. Well, that's the first step because I see there's a greater number on the top. So I need 5 ones. Let's pick 5 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 4 tens, so I'm going to pick 4 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I need 3 hundreds. 1, 2, 3. Now, the first step is that I need to subtract the ones. I need to take away 1 one from 5 ones. So here we go. We take away the 1 and we know that there are 4 ones left because 5 minus 1 is 4. Let's go on to the tens now. We need to take away 3 tens. So 1, 2, 3. So we have 1 10 left. And now we are going to take away 100s. 100 from 300s. So it'll be 3 minus 2 is equal to 1. So now we know 345 minus 231 is equal to 114. So the last step is that we need to write the answer sentence. So always make sure that you write the answer sentence like this. 345 minus 231 is equal to 114. We will say 114 pages are left to read. So I hope students, if you follow all these important steps, while solving the real world problems, you will be able to solve them very easily. So have fun solving them. Bye bye.